Let's take a look at this problem. We want a graph. 3x plus 2y is equal to 6. So 3x plus 2y is equal to 6. And I'm going to show different techniques for this. First technique. Plotting points. Probably the worst one. Okay, with plotting points, what you do is you pick x values to work with, because we're going to create a t-chart. So, for example, maybe I'll pick x is equal to 0. And then we're going to plug 0 in for the x. So I got 3 times 0 plus 2y is equal to 6. 3 times 0 drops away, so we got 2y is equal to 6. Divide both sides by 2. And we get y is equal to 3. So our first point will be 0, 3. Now I'll pick another x value. It doesn't matter which one. I'll pick x equals 1. And we'll plug 1 in for the x. You don't want to get too extreme with your x values. You don't pick like x equals 5,000. Keep it fairly small. So plus 2y is equal to 6. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2y is equal to 6. Take 3 over. We get 2y is equal to 6 minus 3. 2y is equal to 3. Divide both sides by 2. You get y is equal to 3 halves. Now if you're plotting points, it's better to go with decimals or mixed numbers. So if I put 3 halves in my calculator, I get 1.5. So we're going to have 1, 1.5. Now I'm going to pick one more x value to work with. And I'll put it right here, I guess. Let's say x equals, I don't know, -1. So we'll plug that in for x. So I got 3 times -1 plus 2y is equal to 6. 3 times -1 is -3 plus 2y is equal to 6. Take the -3 over, it becomes a positive 3. So we got 2y is equal to 9. Divide both sides by 2 and get y is equal to 9 halves, or in decimal form, that would be 4.5. So we'll have -1 and 4.5. Now after you get your 3 points, then you'll plot them. And the reason why we get 3 points is in case I made a math error here somewhere. I'm not very good at these myself, plotting points. I sometimes make a basic math error. So 0, 3. That'd be this point right here. Then our next one is 1, 1.5. So 1, 1.5 be about right there. -1, 4.5. That'd be about right here. Now after you get your points plotted, then you draw a straight line through them. It's probably close. I'm going to get to a straight line. And that'd be our graph. Our second method we'll look at is using intercepts. Now to use intercepts, you have to find your x-intercept and y-intercept. So let's find our x-intercept first. And to find the intercepts, it's always the same. You always plug 0 in for the other variable. So if we're trying to find the x-intercept, we're going to plug 0 in for y into our original equation. So we got 3x plus 2 times 0 equals 6. 2 times 0 drops away, and we got 3x equal to 6. Divide both sides by 3. And we get x is equal to 2. Now we also need to find our y-intercept. Again, you always plug 0 into the other variable. So if we're finding the y-intercept, we're going to plug 0 in for x. So I got 3 times 0 plus 2y is equal to 6. 3 times 0 drops away. So we got 2y is equal to 6. Divide both sides by 2 to get the y by itself. And we get y is equal to 3. So x-intercept is 2. Go put a point there. Y-intercept is 3. So I'm going to go put a point there. Now after you get those 2 points and you draw a line through them, and that'd be your graph. If I had drawn it a little bit better, you would have saw it, it'd be the same as this. you can see how the distances here aren't the same as the distances here, so that'll skew your graph. It's just sketching, so don't really get worried about that too much. If you're using graphing paper, you can get a better picture. Our third is a slope-intercept form. Well, our original problem was, what was it? 3x plus 2y is equal to 6. So 3x plus 2y is equal to 6. Now, slope-intercept form says you want to get y by itself, so you want to solve for y. So I'm going to take this 3x and move it over. So we've got 2y is equal to negative 3x plus 6. And then we're going to divide everything by 2 in order to get to y by itself. So then that gives us y is equal to negative 3/2 x plus 3. Now this is slope-intercept form. And if you got in slope-intercept form, then your slope is whatever's before your x. So m is equal to negative 3/2. Now this is a change in y over change in x. So negative 3 means I'm going to go down 3. Change in x. Positive 2 means I'm going to go right 2. And our 3 here is our y-intercept. So let's use that information to come up with a graph then. Okay, so we got our y-intercept is at 3, which is right here. Now from there, we're going to go down 3 and right 2 to get our next point. So down 3, 1, 2, 3, and right 2, and that's where we put our second point. And after you get those points and you draw a line through them, and that'd be your graph. Now the fourth method we're going to take a look at is T8384. Now you have to get y by itself. So we can use the fact that we know that y is equal to negative 3/2 x plus 3 from our previous method here. Once you get y by itself, then you basically just plug it in as you see it into your calculator. So I'm going to clear everything out here as much as I can. There you go. I'm going to press my y equals to go in graph. Press clear, and then I want a negative. Negative's on the very bottom row here. 3 divided by 2 x plus 3. And then graph. And that'll give us our same graph. Now, if your window doesn't look like this, something's got messed up in your window, if you press your zoom, and then you choose 6 for Z standard, that'll set it back to your standard viewing window, and then you should see this graph here. Now to exit out of graph mode, when you're done, you do second mode. But that'll give us our same graph as what we found in the other 3 cases. So those are the 4 ways you can graph a line.